in Bratislava, the party has started. Slovakia have booked their place in Euro 2024. Job done for them. They can start looking at their flights for Germany and a third straight European Championships on the horizon. Richard, how impressive were they overall tonight?
They were good. They done exactly what was expected of them. I think watching the first half, you could tell they were a better side than Iceland. And in the second half, they just came out and showed it again. They defended probably deep and allowed Iceland time in the ball, but every time they broke, they looked dangerous. They used both wings really well, switched the play really well, and yeah, it was an impressive performance. It'd be interesting to see how they actually go. Like Damien was speaking about in commentary about when they're playing a team who keeps the ball, a team who obviously a bigger seed than what Iceland would be, but they certainly looked like they had certain aspects of the game that they could trouble the bigger sides when they do counter-attack.
When you look at the group overall, Brian, it's hard to argue that they weren't the second best team in the group. They only lost to Portugal in those two games, and they've only conceded 7 goals in their 8 games.
Yeah, but you look at the quality of some of the players and where they're playing as well, and you'd say you would expect them to be competing in the group. The country of not a huge population either. But, you know, a fella like Lobotka in the middle of the field, he was so outstanding for Napoli last year to win Serie A. Skriniar has been the top player that so many top clubs have talked about signing. Eventually went to PSG this year from Inter Milan. Kuka around a long time. He's 36 years of age now, still capable of coming up as a goal, as we saw tonight. Duda. I'm not so sure about the front players, although Harrison did quite well tonight and Bosniak ran around hard. It didn't look like he had the quality. I don't think they'll do great at the finals. It might depend on how the group will be. But I don't think they have enough quality all around the team to trouble the better teams in Europe. I think it's noticeable that they never qualified for the finals before, after they split from Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia. They didn't qualify until UEFA increased the numbers from 16 to 24. And they have now qualified 3 times.
They've been consistent.
They've been consistent. But I put them in there in the 16 to 24 group in Europe, just ahead of us. And they beat us in penalties in the last, when we played them in the playoff, and then they beat Northern Ireland in the final of the playoff. And that's kind of where they are. I don't think they're a kind of a team that will trouble the top 8 or 2 dozen teams in Europe.